All right, good morning. It's time for the Kelly Williams Show. Yay! Okay, guys, I am here today with some of the ladies from the American Heart Association Bay Area Go Red for Women Luncheon. Hi, y'all.
Hi.
So I've got Wendy Drapella and Amy Doherty, y'all. Yay! Okay, so, the interesting thing is that so many people most of them will never even have an idea if they were even a candidate for a heart attack or heart disease or something because they don't get checked. When I was looking up information today from millionhearts.com, approximately 1.5 million heart attacks and strokes occur every year in the United States. More than 800,000 people die from cardiovascular disease every year. 1 in 3 deaths, and about 160,000 of them occur in people under 65. Mm-hmm. And y'all have even more stats on that we're going to talk about in a minute. But according to the American Heart Association, 26% of women will die within a year of having a heart attack, compared with just 19% of men. Mm-hmm. I had no idea of that. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And Dr. Leslie Cho, she's a director of the Women's Cardiology Center at Cleveland Clinic, said that she thinks most people assume that more women die of breast cancer than of heart disease. And that is not true at all.
All cancers combined.
Wow. And oh my gosh.
It's just not breast cancer. It's all cancers combined.
Yeah.
And heart disease is still number one.
Amazing. Okay, so Wendy, you are the chair for this year's event. I know we're excited that you're here, and you are doing an amazing job. What got you started in being involved with this event?
Well, I have been involved with philanthropy from the day I was, could even do anything. And one of the things is, when you're going through picking things that you're passionate about, I wanted to focus on things that had a story for me. And my grandson was born, he's 6 years old now, born with a heart condition.
Wow.
And he is a walking miracle as far as I'm concerned. He's never had any type of procedure. He's been on a medicine protocol since he was 6 months. And he's been on the heart transplant list since he was 6 months.
Wow.
Now he is, good news, he is a status 7 now. And you would see him, meet him, you would never know that there was any heart disease in his life. And so that when I was approached to do the American Heart Association, it was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes right into our entire family. And on top of that, you get to meet wonderful people and you get to hear their stories. And, it's just a beautiful, beautiful organization. And this chick.
I know, exactly. We're going to get more information about Amy in just a minute because Amy is actually the speaker this year.
Yep.
Huge honor. This is awesome, Amy. So guys, what a lot of people want to know, when it's these big organizations and like American Heart Association, what does American Heart Association do, really?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Tell me.
So it's one of the things is, we raise money for research, and the Bay Area is very big on that, and they are issued grants for this area. Also, education.
Yeah.
And when you come to a Go Red Luncheon, you're not only getting a great meal, wonderful auction items, there's going to be beautiful stories about survivors, and you're going to be educated on how to prevent and see heart disease and what to look for. And I believe one of the best stories is Amy's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And Amy, how have you had actually attended this event before?
I have, yes.
And when was the first time you attended this event?
Oh, I've been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Been to the luncheons in support of people that I know or friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I went last year, and that was a big year for me.
That's amazing. Now you said, what's incredible is that This is one of those events that, and we were all talking before the show started. A lot of charity events, you will go, you'll buy a ticket, there'll be entertainment, there'll be a fashion show, but you sometimes never really understand where your money is going and what you're helping, or anything about why this event is being put on.
Right.
What's so amazing is that this event, the Go Red Luncheon for Women, is actually not only fun, but it's educational. And that's why you actually found out a little bit about your situation.
I did.
And that it could have actually saved your life. Can you tell us a little bit about that, the last time you went to this event?
So last year I went to the Go Red Luncheon, and a friend of mine was speaking. During her speech, she told me her symptoms, or she was telling everyone her symptoms and things that were happening to her that were happening to me as well. And it kind of, I had already been to the doctor, been to the ER a time or two over some things that were happening with me, and her symptoms were spot on what I was going through.
Wow.
So when I left there, I got anxious and went to the ER and just found out some things were not right.
Yeah. And Amy, can you tell us how old you are?
Really.
I know, I'm sorry.
29.
It's really facts. Facts are important to this show.
Everyone should do that.
Yeah.
At the time, I was 49.
Wow.
Yeah.
Young. I mean, you're young. I mean, this is what's incredible.
And exercise. She's
Yes.
so healthy.
You do cycling classes. You do all kind of things. Amy's always really taking care of herself.
Yeah.
And that was what was, I think, the most shocking.
Right.
And at the Go Red Luncheon for Women this year on February 21st, you're actually going to hear the complete story of Amy and how it could actually change your life or someone you know's life, just like it did Amy's last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really nuts.
And that is very important to me.
Absolutely.
Education and letting people know that it could be you. That your symptoms, don't disregard them. Don't push them to the side.
Even when you're told no.
Yeah.
Yes. When you're
Nothing's
told no.
wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very important for women. Women tend to put their families first, their job first, their house first, before they take a look at themselves.
Absolutely. Why do you think women in particularly they'll have symptoms, they'll be really concerned about them, but they don't take the extra step to go get checked out? And even if it's kind of weighing on their mind, or they're hearing things that could be me, but because I do this, I do this, I do this. Why do you think women tend to push it off? Because we do.
I think people, when you have a big personality and you're working a lot and you're very active, and even if you're not, the one thing that is, I was like, you're just too stressed. You're stressed out.
Yeah, exactly.
You got too much on your plate.
Yes.
There's just all these different things, and so you believe that. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing this. I need to take a minute, which by the way we never do.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you agree?
Taking care of your family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think that's where the commercial Cowgirl Take Me Away in the 70s came in.
Yeah.
Because women were really, it kind of seems like that's when it felt like women were really doing so many things, and it was like you almost never take time for yourself.
What is it? I can bring home the bacon,
fry
it up in a pan.
I like it. That's right. So, ladies, how, we know how this event has changed Amy's life. I mean, it literally saved her life.
It did.
Wendy, what has this event done for you where it's changed the way you've looked at anything?
Well, number one, I mean, the statistics are just crazy. I mean, they had me at all cancer is combined, and heart disease is the thing. The other thing that got me was 80% of your heart disease or issues can be prevented.
Yep.
And with cancer, unfortunately, when you're diagnosed, you have to go through all of these procedures and things, and it's horrific. And I have such empathy and for people who go through that, because you have to have so much strength. With heart disease, you change a couple of things in your lifestyle, and then it's preventable. And to me, that's the biggest thing that I took away from this. Of course, with my grandson, it brought me very aware, but that was the biggest thing, is it's preventable. and just education alone. And that is the thing, like you said, that's special about our luncheon. But yeah, 80% can be prevented.
It's amazing, and the thing is that most women, this is not getting their heart checked or checked. Isn't even something you think about until you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s or something. I mean, if you've never had an issue or you don't have anybody with heart problems in your family. Do y'all know, and you know, how much of this might be hereditary, or, I mean, if anything's hereditary, I think you need to definitely go have it. Amy, was it hereditary for you?
No.
Wow. I mean, there you go.
The thing, you know, when you get to the hospital, this is running your family. No.
Yes.
Do you smoke? Have you ever smoked? No, I have not. You know, all of those things, and that's the other thing, you know, people I'm not old, and I'm not, you know, overweight, and that's what people think. That's one of the things that's going to cause that. So, no, it was not at all hereditary or don't smoke.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have normally been somebody who would have thought, I need to go ahead and make an appointment to get my heart checked because so-and-so passed away, my mom has heart disease, this.
Right.
You had none of that. You didn't smoke, and you weren't overweight. I mean, this is very important for people to understand. You don't have to be a typical person that you already have that in your family. Go get checked. This is extremely important. Okay, so
that's how many people check their blood pressure?
Exactly.
You know,
and they have them at just about every grocery store, by the way.
Yes, exactly. That is true.
It's true.
Hey, look, and I'm going to tell you something. My husband, who actually has an ascending aortic aneurysm, which is it's right now it's almost inoperable. There's only a couple of people in the country that can fix it if it gets big enough. But he didn't even know he had it. I mean, you know, he had just had high blood pressure and he had gone through some stuff and went and checked and they found it. Yeah. And so these things, we're so grateful. But I'm telling you, you just want to know that you are doing everything you can to make sure.
To prevent it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're okay. Tell us what are the symptoms?
Well, I do have a couple of things that are here, and some of the. Why don't you tell them your symptoms?
Yeah, what were your symptoms?
So that's here
because you said that.
What's your symptoms?
My symptoms, which if you read, all symptoms are different, but my symptoms were. Wendy's getting a phone call.
Hello. They see us on TV.
Yeah,
it's my agent.
It's New York already.
It's my agent.
That's right.
My symptoms were chest pain. But what I was told that was due to cycling from pushing on the handlebars.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that went around to my shoulder, which shoulder pain is a symptom. You know, and I went to the doctor and that's what they told me. You know, these are symptoms of, it wasn't anything heart related. So it kept getting worse to where I was short of breath, that my daughter pointed that out. I didn't even think about that. My daughter was like, Mom, why are you breathing so heavy? You know, I'm like,
wow.
I don't know. You know, I'm working out every day. I get on a bike.
Yeah.
You know, I ride, 20 miles or whatever a day.
Yeah.
So how could I be short of breath?
Yeah.
So I kept putting those all, and then I would get tingling. I would just walk outside and get tingling. And so I was being treated for 8 months for anxiety.
Wow. And the scary part is that a lot of times when heart disease is misdiagnosed, you can get on medicine that can actually cause it to get worse. Yeah. If you're getting treated for something else. I mean, just like anything. Right. So Amy, when you were diagnosed and said, okay, this is what's happening here, what went through your mind? Because you're 49 years old, you're in great shape, you're exercising every day, you're eating healthy. What are you thinking?
How could it be me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an eye opener. Yeah. And we're so grateful you went because I can't imagine my life without you. It's amazing, and we're so grateful for that. And guys, this is literally what this kind of event does for people. Amy went last year, got the information, and went and got checked that night. You said of the event. So this is really, really important. Okay, so ladies, y'all, where is the event this year?
It's at South Shore.
Okay.
South Shore is been very gracious to work with us and, take care of us. We're doing, when you have a heart healthy, menu, working with us to make sure that the event flows the right way. So we're having it at South Shore, which is in League City.
Okay, awesome. What time is it's a luncheon, so what
Yes.
time does it start?
10:30.
10:30. So arrival is 10:30?
Yes.
And then you'll eat about 11:30?
About that. What we're doing this year, because, I don't know all the luncheons that y'all go to, but what I'm always interested in is they corral us all like in this really tight place and we're all like this, so we're expecting 500 people. 500 people.
Wow.
And so what we've decided to do this year is we've moved pretty much everything into the ballroom. So when you get there, there's going to be amazing, beautiful things to look at. And we have the Bay Area Ballet that's going to do some beautiful things for us. We've got a lot of surprises and fun things. But you walk in and you'll be in the ballroom and you can kind of like visit and hang out and walk around. We'll have some great auction items, but you're going to feel very welcome and there's going to be some room for you. You won't be all crammed up like this.
They want you to be
I have
happy
to
and
say
happy.
though, she is amazing.
Oh,
She is
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
She has done. It's going to be amazing this year. She has done. She has
a
stepped
great
out of the
team.
box. She has
Oh,
stepped out of the box.
I live outside the box, but I have a great team. Some of the most amazing people. So,
Well, I'm going to
appreciate
tell you, Wendy, thank you for taking on this job because chairing an event, any event is a lot of work. It's crazy. And you are doing a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you. Like I
The
said,
event's going to be absolutely wonderful. I'm really excited. Okay, so y'all are expecting 500 people. Are there tickets still available?
absolutely. One of the things we also did this year is, corporate sponsors are what help us survive, and we are so grateful for all of the the sponsorships. We do have a few sponsorship tables, which you get wonderful advertising. If you go to the Bay Area gored.heart.org, Macy Osorio is our liaison. She's known around the area as well. Exactly. And we're so excited to have her in a leadership position and she'll be able to assist and things like that and give you all the details as far as like what you get for corporate. But our important thing is we want more people like Amy. It was very important for me to, as a team, and we discussed this, is to really focus on getting community out there because what a perfect example of what this event can do for you. And so we have several individual tickets that are $150. Now they are limited, so it would be very important for you to go now and do that like right now.
Run right now.
Yes.
And
after the show.
that's right.
After the show.
Yeah, after the show.
Don't hurt.
But no, we got so much more to talk about. But it's we have those individual tickets as well because we want success stories and information and education.
Absolutely. My mom, who's watching, said great information. It
Thanks,
is.
Mom.
This
Thanks,
is one of
Mom.
and what different people are watching. Shauna Erminger said Amy Doherty
Hi,
with a
Shauna.
heart. Nancy, hey Nancy. There's all kind of people. Hey everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Okay guys, what's great about this, if you have anybody that is a friend or in your family that you feel like this information and this event would be something that they really need to come to, get your tickets now because this literally is one of the most popular events in the Bay Area every year.
Yes.
And one of the most successful because of the great information, the great speakers, the stories you're going to hear, real life people from our community.
And raising awareness and money for American Heart Association.
That's
Well,
right.
and that's a good point. I might be stepping.
No.
Okay, good.
Please.
So that's a good point. It's like, we raise money here. Last year they raised $200,000 and we want, honestly, I'm just going to shoot straight. We want to double it. It's as simple as that. But $900,000 is actively in grants in the Bay Area. So you can see that we raise, and now this is just for the luncheon. There are other ways that we raise money in the area, but the Go Red Luncheon is $200,000. But that means a lot to me that it's going to go straight back into the Bay Area.
Absolutely, because a lot of times you're going to attend events, you don't know what area the money goes to. We like it local. When you live in the Bay Area, you like to do things that affect people and families right here in our community. And this event does exactly that.
It stays here.
It's just that's right, and it stays here, and it is very, very important. Okay, so if somebody sponsors a table, what comes with the sponsorship? What do
All
they get?
kinds of stuff. Just all kinds of
Let's
stuff.
hear it, baby.
So basically the big thing is that they get a table that sits 10 at our luncheon. They are able to, bring, like the hospitals, like UTMB is our main sponsor this year.
Wonderful.
And so what they'll do is that they'll send people to sit at the table that possibly, need to hear that, because, the doctors and everything, they know all of this. And so it's very gracious that, they give it back to the community and things like that. They get all kinds of advertising for their programs. But one of the main things, and I would love if I knew all these details, but they do like an in-kind back to a school. So they'll do a kit for CPR that'll be there. They also go out and do education on how to perform CPR. They do kiosks, they do all kinds of things in the name of the sponsor. So it's to me, that's one of the main things that I think is just brilliant is, if you are a sponsor for $5,000, $10,000, the levels are $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and then $25,000 and $35,000. So there's a level for everyone, and then each one gives you a little bit more. But once you get to the $5,000 and $10,000 and above, they will give back to the community in some way of education for the community.
That is wonderful. Okay, ladies, what do you think, Wendy, I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
What has being chair of this event and being a part of this event really meant to you?
Oh, everything. Everything. Because, one, I love to surround myself with strong women. And the group of women that we have around us in, the executive board and the Circle of Red and just everyone, it's just been amazing. And it just shows you what a group of women can get together and achieve.
Yeah.
And when it comes to saving lives and education and things like that, there's, the rewards are endless. And I've always learned that when I go out and I'm volunteering, I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing so much. And I'm doing, I'm the best. And it's like, it never is that way. It's always what I get from it is overwhelming compared to what I give. And so that has just been a huge gift to me, and to learn more and more about the stories of people and the women that it affects, and you just are like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Yeah. I know. It's so sweet. Okay, Amy, first of all, what has this being chosen to be the speaker of this amazing event is a huge deal. I mean, what a wonderful way to let you share your incredible story, because it is incredible, guys. What do you hope people take away from this luncheon? What is the main focus that you want people, when they get there and they leave that luncheon, what do you want them to take away from this?
Well, when I was asked to be the speaker, the very first thing that came out of my mouth was education.
Yeah.
You go to the luncheons and they're fun, the food's great, you have a glass of wine, the dessert's great, you get to see all your friends. It's a sea of red. Everybody's wearing red.
And give money.
And, that is, and that last year, a year ago, it hit me like, she's speaking, she's telling a story that is so similar to my story. So, I want everyone to come. I want everyone to have fun, but listen to what it's about and realize why we're all there. Because it's very powerful, and like Wendy said, saving lives. It's just huge. And so my thing forever, for the rest of my life, will be education and to make people aware that it can be you.
Yes.
It can be your mom. It can be your daughter. It can be, your best friend. Pay attention to the symptoms. So that's huge. I know we're going to have fun and it's going to be great.
Absolutely. But you know what? Fun with a purpose is a wonderful thing.
Fun with a purpose. That is going to be my new tagline.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
And the thing is that that's what it is wonderful to go to these events. But it is even more important at this event, you could be saving somebody's life. I mean, literally, this is what's so amazing. If you have if you have any questions about this event or want to know more details, where can they contact y'all on social media or ask questions? Give us that information.
Well, there's a ton of ways that you can get information.
You can message me on Facebook.
I'll get you to the right person, and it's like
she'll send you to Amy.
I'll send you to Amy, but definitely contact us. But you can go to heart.org, and then they also have a Facebook and a Twitter account. So if you like, because right now, like on my Facebook, I'm putting a lot of information and what to look for and things like that because I'm passionate about it. But and I know Amy's doing the same thing. But on the Facebook and stuff, they'll do small little things. Like this is one of the ones that I printed out, and this is kind of like our theme, if you will. And you can get that on there, but it's know your numbers, and it's a simple little thing of what should you know in order to prevent heart disease. So you can go. I would recommend going to the heart, and then of course we have Macy. So if you did inquiries or thing, it's Macy MACY .Osoria, which is OSORIA at heart.org. ORG. So there's lots of education information out there. It's just we're going to try to get it out there to you so you know what to ask for, where to find information. If you see some symptoms that possibly resonated with you, talking with Amy or visiting on Facebook. I guess you're not really talking to her, but it's like, and then that way you can also look into that, and they've got a wealth of information on their website. It's amazing.
Absolutely. So guys, okay,
can we talk about Thursday?
Absolutely. I was just going to ask you. That's right, Party with a Purpose. There's actually several more events that you were able to attend. Tell us a little bit about what's coming up.
This Thursday at
Murray's.
We're gonna
Silent S.
However you want to say it. It's a fabulous restaurant in Dickinson off of 517. Keith and Holly Lilly have opened up their restaurant to a Go Red event. So it's Thursday at
Rock your red.
Rock your red. Get out your red. And it's going to be, I think it's 6:30. 6:30. $15 for wine tasting.
Over 30 wines.
All $15 goes to the American Heart Association. Go Red. What else are they doing?
They are doing a
special meal.
A special. You have like 2 or 3, I believe, entree choices and things. They're kind of doing it like the restaurant.
They were like the restaurant week.
And but they'll all be heart healthy choices, which I got to tell you, I want you to understand, because you have, if you're going to eat heart healthy, it does not mean you don't have good flavor and good taste and good food.
Sure.
And this is one of the things Murray's going to show on that day. And $5 of each one of those tickets goes to Go Red. They'll have jazz, they'll have art. And all of the art and all of the things that you buy from the different vendors that are there, a percentage will also go to Go Red. And that's an interesting thing I just wanted to touch on. Is there's several ways that you can get involved. There is the Circle of Red, which is an amazing group. This is all on the heart.org, and you can kind of research that or get with us. And you become a Circle of Red. You can get one for $1,000. We're up to 50 people now.
Wonderful.
So that right there is an easy way to do it.
And it's not just ladies.
No, that's
Okay,
guys
that's
as
important
well.
to know. So these
Guys
groups
too.
are not just for
No,
ladies, and
no,
anybody
no,
can
no.
attend the Go Red.
Absolutely.
Anybody.
That's
yes.
right.
That
Okay.
you know, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then the other one is your sponsorships, of course, and then the third, which is where the Murray comes into, is open your heart, and that's one of the things that I want you to kind of visit with on open your heart and what's going to be important at the event.
So at Open Your Heart is giving what you can to the American Heart Association, and it's opening your heart and donating to a great cause.
So where is that and when?
That will be it's part
ongoing.
of the luncheon, but
Okay.
it is.
Oh, wonderful.
And the thing about it is you know, we have great sponsorships. We have a ticket and everything. You do not have to attend the event in order to participate and open your heart. And I'll tell you right now, I will take your $5. I will take your $2. I will take your $5,000. I will take whatever it is that you feel is on your heart because you opened it.
That's right. That's right. Every little bit matters.
Absolutely.
And everything counts. Okay, ladies. I cannot thank y'all enough for being here today to share about this literally one of the most popular and fun events in the whole Bay Area every year. But what a wonderful way to share information and educate people on heart disease. And if you would ever think that you may or may not be a candidate for a heart attack or heart disease or something, you get a lot of information here. It's really a wonderful thing to attend. You can go find the tickets where? How do they buy tickets? One more time.
Oh no, you can go to Heart.org, but I would recommend going to Bay Area GoRed.heart.org, O-R-G.
Okay, wonderful.
And there really are not a lot of individual tickets left.
It's very
If
limited.
you're really wanting to go, I would not wait till the last minute.
Okay, wonderful. So what is the time frame? The arrival is 10:30. How late does it go so people
2
know?
o'clock.
2
Till
o'clock.
2. Okay,
There's
excellent.
lots of fun, but get your red dress out.
Yeah.
Get your
Oh,
red
yeah.
pants. Get your red
Rock
shirt.
your red.
Rock
That's
your
right.
red. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching today. We want to see you on February 21st at South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center for the Bay Area Go Red Luncheon for American Heart Association.
Thank you.
We're so happy. Thank you, Wendy and Amy. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned every week for more Kelly Williams Show right here and Open Your Heart like these ladies are doing.